Fucking gold, eh? Fucking gold. It's Friday. I'm still in gold. I just finished working out, literally. Sweating right now. I was just working out for the last like 90 minutes. I just got upstairs. Saw prices pushing up. Was happy to see that because I've been holding it. Was probably in a fucking drawdown here. Been holding it since over here. I was buying like over here. Whenever I sent it. Or like over here. I've been holding this thing. It's pretty much back at like where I sent it. Around here. It put like if you grab like if you 33.30 reacted, I have different entries. I had a bunch of entries at 33.30. And around here I went into profit. And then it came down. I was probably in a fat draw. I don't even know how much I was down there. I was probably down like $4,685 around there. Just guess. I was probably in a $4,500 or $4,800 drawdown around that number, for sure. But I sent it 33.35, 33.30 area. So I don't know what entries you guys have. I have different entries. I even have some entries below 33.38. Because I entered when it hit 33.30. I was entering here. So it's kind of still in this zone. I was waiting for buys. I sent a buy the other day. I saw a buy here when it broke the structure here. I was like, it looks like a good buy to go up because it broke structure. But I haven't seen a setup since this morning. I'll explain the buy from the other day. There's a buy I saw the other day, and that went into slight profit too, and then it came down. 33.68, 33 like 72 area. I saw a buy the other day. Maybe this could push up by the end of the day if you're still in it. It'd probably be better to close it by the end of the day, depending on your entry. I have an entry at 28. This not the funnest trade, to be honest. But 33.30 has been holding. It's coming back to 33.35. That's where I first started entering at like 33.35, 33.34. And then when it went closer to 33.30, I started hitting it here. It pushed up to profit. I was up. And then when it came back, what did I do? I entered more positions. So I have a lot of entries on this thing. Too many, to be honest. I was getting frustrated with it in here. So I went to the gym with my trainer. I was like, all right, I'm going to hold it maybe till the end of the day. Friday reversal. I was thinking Friday reversal here. Because the market's been pretty much like dropping all week. Like since like up here Tuesday, Wednesday. So the only time I saw a buy in here, I was like, yo, this is a good buy over here. The other day on the 4 hour and even the smaller time frame. I'll explain what I saw the other day. The other day it didn't stick, but then I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the next setup, if anything. I saw buys in here, like after this candle. I was like, buys should stick. No, they didn't stick after that. I thought we would have got some push up in there from the other day. I was looking for buys in here. Didn't stick. Took an L there. Might be able to make that back here today. Hopefully. Let's see if this can actually, if this push up to 38 by the end of the day, I will be happy. If it could push up to 38 soon, I'll definitely close for the day. Risky trade for me right now. I mean, it made, for me, I was like, it's Friday, New York. I was like, I'm gonna wait till a couple hours till New York goes by. I was like, I'm gonna wait a couple hours for New York session to kind of pass by a bit. It was like Friday reversal. I was like, should be a buy today, if anything, because there hasn't been many buys there hasn't really been any buys this week when you look at it. So there hasn't really been any buys this week unless you were early on in the week, but like it would move fast at the beginning of the week. It would have been Moved pretty fast at the beginning of the week. I think the buys in the beginning of the week, unless if you were on it, because I wasn't on it beginning of the week. So I was like, if I was looking and I was like, I'm not gonna send a buy in London. I was watching price here. I was like, no, I'm not gonna send a buy. I was watching price here. Nah, I'm not gonna send a buy. I was watching price here. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna send a buy. I was like, oh wait, as long as I can until I think like I thought around the time I did, maybe I sent it a little bit too early. Cause I stayed up last night because I was like, I want to find another buy. So I was like, here. I was like, no, I'm not gonna send them a buy here. Here, I was like, or three. There was like two other places I was considering sending a buy, and I didn't. Just to tell you, it was like up here. I saw maybe a buy setting up. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna sit on. Nah, I'm gonna sit on my hands. And then in here, I was like, should I send them a buy? I was like, nah, I'm gonna chill. And then price lick. I saw this. I saw, where was it? I saw like this just get taken out. These lows, and the one to the left. This low got taken out. This low got taken out. I was like, all right, it's coming this demand here. I'm like, it's in a pretty good spot. And I looked at this 4-hour candle here. Right there. This candle right here. I should have said a little right there. That one. That zone. It's pretty much still holding the zone. If you look at this area. So I was just like, I had to go to the gym and give it some breathing room. This little area here. This little area. A little bit underneath it. It came to 33.30. I did right. 33.35, 33.30 area. I was going to put like 23, 24. Yeah, 24. It might have just wicked that. Might have just wicked it. But I was like, yo, because like, usually there's more setups than that. More biceps. There's sells this week. Clearly. But, I was like, there should be a buy today. There should be. I've been dropping all week. I was coming into New York. Like, all right, chilling. It's in profits right now. If you're still holding, you should be in profit. Hopefully, you guys are still holding. Because it wasn't a fun trade. Maybe it's a Friday reversal setting up for next week. I would try to close by market finish so you don't have to hold over the weekend. Unless you're like me and you have a bunch of entries. Maybe hold one entry for the weekend. I have a bunch of entries. I gotta look at this thing. Sorry. Like if you're like me and you have some entries scattered, because I have entries from like 33.35 till 33.30. All entries are in profit at the moment. This is like the other setup up here didn't hit. This is the only like other setup I looked at this week. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Market closes in 3 hours, so it's like it'll be better to try to get out of it by the time the market finishes today if you're in it. If the 1 hour can break above 33.35, I think the next hour will go up. But yeah, it's fallen all week till the end of the week here. A little bit, not silver even had a huge move down, took out these lows. Now it's bouncing up. I saw a buy like coming. I was like, I'm gonna wait. I saw this area 33.35. This area here, inside of here, this candle. I was like, this area should hold. It could potentially hold for the rest of the day. Like try to go up more for the rest of the day, like it just did. It pushed up a little bit there. Yeah, I could try to continue up a bit more. It's a little low here. This low, it's underneath. So giving a bounce right now. End of London session was like literally where it started reversing. I could see at the most, like by the end of the day, like it pushing to 38, not hitting like a huge swing, but the swing could be potentially for next week. Probably gonna be like Friday, going into next week reversal situation. Maybe like an early reversal, like an early move up next week. That could happen too, like with the way the market dumped all week here. Could be like a bounce. Bitcoin hit 115, did it? It did. Back at 115, 116. That hit that 115 this morning. Bounced up. Every time it hits those types of prices, it's gonna do that. Like if it hits 112 or like 113, like I think right now is a stage where like any pullbacks are gonna be bought in, even if they go lower. Like you could, like the market right now could be like long term going up. It's been ripping right now. Any little pullbacks are gonna get bought in. Any little pullbacks are gonna get bought in. Until it's like boom, the market really buys. So like you could have flushes out and go up. Like any little things are gonna be bought in. Anytime you get like a good price drive, so like Ethereum went up. Anytime it tries to go lower, it'll get bought in. So if it goes lower, it'll get bought in. If it goes lower, it'll get bought in. In like a bull stage, like the pullbacks will pretty much get like eaten. So if like it's fighting. If it goes lower, if it goes below 3,500, hits the 3,400s, it'll find buy pressure. If it hits some lower prices, 3,200, it'll find buy pressure. Like pullbacks will get bought up in crypto in this stage. That's what I think. I think as it tries to go up higher, even if we get deeper retracements, like the buy pressure will be there. Like if ETH 3,500 holding on Ethereum, right? If it goes to 3,400, what's gonna happen? Buyers will come in. If it goes to 3,300, what will happen? So like as you go lower, like if you go below 3,500, it'll find buyers in there. Is that gonna be the area that sends it? Maybe not. Maybe it finds buyers and it ends up finding like 3,300 or 3,200, right? But even if it goes for like a deeper, so that would just be like, in the bigger picture, that would just be it making a deeper retracement, right? So even if it finds buys there, deeper picture, it's like, okay, it's going a deeper retracement, that maybe catapults it longer term. But since there's a lot of demand, as it finds like lower pricing, if it can, like you could see, like it came from 3,800, hit like 30, it came down to here, quick buyers, and then it came here, quick buys. So it comes here, it'll do that. You'll see buyers come in, like Bitcoin, for example. You see like it hit the 117 here, found buyers, then it hit 116, and then like it came lower to 115, and there's buyers there. XRP hit $3 and found buyers. Bull flag didn't work. That's why I was like, not a good place to buy. Now it's a better, like if you weren't buying XRP up here, which is good, I was saying that's not a place to be buying. I was saying it looks like a bull flag maybe. If you're a holder, that's good, but XRP fell like 20%. Whenever you get pumps, so whenever the market, I said I was gonna sell some XRP, and I did at $3.52. Whenever the market gives you like crazy pumps like this, it's worth selling something, because you never know, the market could go down 10%, 20%, and you could buy back what you sold for technically like 10% cheaper than where you sold it, 20% cheaper than where you sold it. Times like this, a lot of times when everything pumps, like there'll be times where things just pump, and then they'll usually do like this type of situation. This pull back like 20%. Yeah, I think like with crypto, as it tries to find lower pricing, like if Bitcoin hits 113 or 112, like buyers will like kind of like what just happened at 115 this morning. Like 115, you can see buyers came in there. So as it comes lower, it'll demand. It'll still find buyers. Ethereum's interesting. Even ETH could maybe drop. We'll do some stuff after. What's gold doing? Gold's trying to push. Maybe the 4 hour. Like I think it's like, if anyone's in my inner circle, especially you guys that have been there for a while, You might know about like Friday reversals, weekly reversals, or time of the day. If it's gonna push up, you have like a limited time here, a couple hours where it could just give us that final maybe push up of the day. If you could try to just scale out, collect some profit. I would try to get out. I thought by now it would have moved more, but it makes sense with what it's doing. Like end of London session started reversing really. The end of London session started reversing more. It's trying to push up. Like you might get some of those pushes up closer to like 38. No swing rate. Like the swing could be maybe developing for next week if this 4 hour closes bullish, but this 4 hour is going to give you enough movement for the rest of the day, right? That could be towards the last hours of the day, the final movement's up, which maybe go to like 38 or 40. It came to 25. It pretty much hit 25 almost there. I was seeing this area. It hit that candle right there. There's a bit of like a wick rejection happening right now. I would say holding it over the weekend if you're in it is probably not the way to go this weekend. And maybe looking at it, seeing if it's in the same similar state, similar like setup for next week. Like next week might be early on. It holds bullish after retracing as much as it did this week. It could bounce early next week. Eventually go like I know that like those of you guys who have followed me for some time, I know this time of the day, time of the week. It's like Friday. There's been times like the last hour of the day is when it pushes up a lot of times in this type of scenario, like the last 2 hours of the day going into when the market closes. It could stick into next week, but I would still think even early on next week could probably be setting up for like a bounce up for next week. Not gonna say a huge swing, but more like a move like this up going into like earlier next week, maybe when market opens in the first like 24 hours, first 2 days of like market open. It has dropped a lot. Like this 4 hours, looking at this through London, I was watching this drop and I was like, damn, there was a lot of continuation setups like on the 5. You would have had to be watching like the 5 minute and 15 minute. Even on like the line chart, there was a lot of break and retests happening. If you go on the line chart on the 15 minute, 30 minute, and look at different time frames together, I was like, damn, this thing's dropping. So I was like, New York has to kind of be the time it's setting up, which usually it does if we see this type of like bearish trend coming into New York. 8:30 would have been a good time to buy. I was so close to sending a buy like around 8:30. Maybe a few minutes after 8:30. I was super close to setting a buy in here. And I was like, I waited and it went up. Then it came back and I was like, nah. And then I let it drop. And then when it came in here, I was like, right. Felt like the right timing more for the setup where it came to too on the higher time frame. It could, like, if it hits 38, I would take profit. Especially if that happens like the next hour. Holding it over the weekend, like, I don't always like doing that unless it's like just one or two, like a small position that's like maybe the best entry, like the lowest entry. Not so much entries. One entry, maybe two, not a lot of entries if I'm holding for the weekend. That can cost more if you have more entries. More entries you have, but overnight fees, like swap fees, holding over the weekend. I don't always like to do that depending on the trade. The entry, like if I have a good entry and price has moved significantly, it may be worth doing it depending on the entry. Like if you have an entry at 30 or 29 or 28, a lot of you guys are in. I saw on Discord, a lot of people are freaking. I was like, damn, I'm gonna go live. I was just holding. I was like, what? Not the funnest trade to be in. I would try to do like a full close sooner than later if you're in it. The 33.35, 33.30 area is holding barely. 33.35, not a lot, but did go to 33.30, bounced a bit off of it. What I see, I don't know if any of you guys have been analyzing gold, but watched it come down all morning till like this area here. It even swept that, pretty much touched that candle right there afterward, like while I was in the trade. Bounced right off of it. If you look at like higher time frame, it swept that low here. It did hit that candle right there too, which maybe in essence is like a big fib retracement. Like if you see that, you have like a huge retracement happening here, like a big move up, strong retracement down, right back into all these lows here, close to. So on the bigger picture, it's like wick rejection, still even like next week considerable. For like a move. When you go here, you have like this candlestick right here. You have that big blue one, and the top of it's like 33.29, 33.28. So I was like, okay, 33.30, whole number. Nope. Well, it's holding now. So I was looking at this whole area here. It's kind of like a demand area. It is holding on the 4 hour. I don't know if any of you guys have been analyzing gold on your own, if this goes with anything some of you guys have analyzed yourself, but it's what like I see more like on the 4 hour too. Could even be like I said, could even be something for next week to consider, early on next week. Be better to close it by like when I hit 38. I think like I've had 38 in mind. I even wrote in the chat before I got on stream, like if it breaks 33.35, I was thinking it was going to go to 38. Around 33.38, 33.40, and I think for the day that it is, it's Friday. Been some hours now. This thing's finally starting to move because the time of the day now. End of London sessions when it really actually started reversing. I wrote in the chat 33.30, like that was here. It didn't go that much below 33.30. I mean 50 pips. 33.35 didn't hold, but I was looking at this area. I was thinking 33.35, 33.30 area would have held. Maybe this is like the reversal point for next week, but there's not enough time for it to like shoot up like crazy to 33.60 or anything, or 33.50. It would probably, like at the most I said, maybe 33.38. It's in profit right now if you're still holding it. Could be a good trade to close, to be honest. 1 hour, just 1 hour broke above. It's broken above 33.35. I don't know, write in the chat for me if you guys are actually holding gold, if you're in it, or what entries you have on it to say. Because if you just have an entry at 33.35, might not be the best position right now because it's pretty tight to 33.35. 33.30's here, like it held the area. I misjudged it a bit here early. It's at these lows. For the day, yeah, no, I would say for the day, 33.38 method. Oh, 33.38. How did you get 33.38? 33.38. No, I don't know. I said 33.35, 33.30 area. Unless you were trading. Like I said 33.35. Yeah, like I don't 33.38. Some of you guys got higher entries. I don't know how you got there. That might have been before. Maybe. Oh, here. That would have made. Yeah, like I saw that. That's when I was like, when I saw it sweep here, I was like, maybe it's gonna set up. When did I send the trade? 33.38. I sent it at 10:30. Market was at 33.37. You know, I was saying like 33.35, 33.30 area. 33.38. So earlier, some of you guys are at 33.26. Damn. Yeah, like if you have a 33, damn. I got 33.28. I got a bunch of entries. If this thing goes to 33.38, that's where I'm like, if it hits that soon, I'm gonna say full close. Like if it hits that in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, I'll say full close. If it goes at 33.38, like it's at almost 37. That's not that far. Could start to look to like full close. What's the dollar doing? Dollar looks bearish. I thought I was like 33. I didn't. Okay, that was on your own. My bad. My bad. I might do a full close at 38. If it hits your entry, if it hits at 38, try to get out of that. Try to break even that small loss, if anything, because you have 33.38. That's not the best entry that you got. I see why though. You would have taken it there probably because this, or maybe you got it here somewhere and you're still holding. I saw when it swept the low, so maybe you took it here, right? I understand why you would have taken it there. The reaction under the lows, New York, because I was watching it there, and that's when I was like getting ready. That's kind of when I was getting ready to send this. I was like, yo, there's a signal soon. It hit 33.30. It came close to hitting stop, like a pip. I've been holding. I went to the gym. I was annoyed. I was like, this thing went up, this thing went down. I was like, oh man. So I went to the gym. Honestly, it's like almost at 33.38. If you want to do a full close, like you guys could at 33.38, around there. It's like right there. It's close. Otherwise, like I'll give you guys some decisions. I'm gonna do a full close just because I'm gonna keep like one entry. I have too many entries on this. This was a risky trade. I'm gonna close some entries and keep like 2 small ones at like the bottom, because I got a little bit ahead of myself with this one. I'm up 33.35. Like that entry's in profit too. I held the drawdown. I usually give myself some breathing room on my trades if I have a bias, because like, how many times have you taken a trade? Like, from my experience, like dealing with big money too, it's like the amount of times I've taken a trade and then like fucking, okay, I enter the trade and because I have too small of a stop loss, the market goes against me a bit and I get emotional, and it's like the bias is still there. Like the bias was still there for buys. Like we're in profit now. It's about to hit 33.28. I'm in profit. I'm in the fucking P now. Let's go. There we go. 33.28, 33.38. I mean, it's about to get tapped. If that person has an entry at 33.38, yeah, you enter it. You should close that and keep your other ones break even. If anything, if you're trying to hold, I don't know. I'm gonna pretty much do a full close right here at 33.38. Yeah, 33.38. I'm gonna do pretty much like a full close. Like, think about this. Like, I like to give myself breathing rooms on my bias until it's like, fuck, okay, the trade's clearly wrong. Nice. Yeah, I would do like a full close, like 90%, 80% type of thing. Like, that's what I mean by full close, like 80, 90%, and maybe keep a runner, a slugger, I like to call him. I stuck with my bias for the morning, for the day. Hold or fold. If you have a bias at a time of the time of the day on a trade, like I usually give myself breathing room. But yo, it's a good close right now. 38. Like I was saying, 38. I'm not gonna get greedy. That was a fucking nail biter for me. Shit. I had like 15 entries, not gonna lie. That was too much. For my second, I haven't been trading gold. That was a little whoa. I went to the gym to fucking kick the kick my train kick the bag. I was doing some good kicks today. The best ones yet. Been making best ones yet. Getting way more flexible. It's crazy. 33.38 is a good close. I'm gonna keep some entries break even. I kept my bias. I gave myself breathing room. I told y'all. I sent y'all the chart, and I was like, all right. It either would have been like a fucking, I would have taken a fat L, or that would have been it. I sent this chart. It literally went. It didn't. 33.24.75. Should have been the entry. Fucking hell. I don't know if you guys held that. Friday. So I'm gonna explain why I was looking for buys this morning. Well, one, I waited like fucking all night. London, I watched London drop. Went to bed, woke up early. New York was like, I didn't really see it there. Was like, nah, it's gonna be maybe too early for a signal. Even like when I saw this break a structure. I even took a screenshot of it. I'll show you how close I was to sending a signal. Yeah, if you want to see. I was very close. I almost sent this as a signal right here. I almost sent a buy right here. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till like 10:30 maybe. Waited like a bit. This was at I'm serious. Like I was watching gold because I was expecting a buy today. I was watching gold all morning, and I was like, I'm gonna send a signal today. I'm gonna try to send a chart, and I was gonna send one here on this candle. I was literally gonna say buy gold right here, where price was. That would have been right here. That would have literally been right here. And then it pumped up, and I was like, you know what? I saw it coming back. I was like, I'm gonna wait. 10:30. And price came to here, and it swept these lows. It started sweeping higher time frame lows as well. Pretty much like it made a low here, and I was like, all right, we just swept that low. Like it pretty much made a low early in New York, and I was like, all right, we just dumped that low out. So I was like, okay, we should make a zone. We should bounce to the left. You had like demand here. And then on this one, there's like this 4-hour candle. I was like, my bias this morning was like buys. I was like, this thing should be buys. I closed at 33. I had 33.35, 33.33. I had multiple entries in that zone, in that area. 4-hour might like you only have 2 hours. You have 2 hours and 45 minutes, so this 4 hours is only gonna go up as much as it can for the rest of the day. But it could be like leaning into maybe like moving more next week. Like if it was Thursday, I'd say try to go for a full swing. But I don't know. Some of you guys have experience too and know exactly what I'm talking about. There's been scenarios where you close a trade on Friday and it's like, fuck, I should have held it. So we go through that, but it could be just like a decent close. I'd say it's even above 33.38 right now. It might be like Friday reversal for next week. Like that happens a lot with gold when it dumps all week. A lot of times like Friday. So like if you go back to like this week, that was July or sorry, end of June week here. Like it dropped into Friday here. This is Friday. Friday was like setting up for a buy. The market started moving on Sunday and then Monday. So it could be it might be like starting the buy. Maybe for next week. It could be starting maybe a buy setup. Like Fridays let's find some Fridays. Or even like like this is a Sunday here. This right here is Sunday. So it could maybe be starting like a buy, angling into next week. A lot of times, I mean, anyone who's been consistent knows really what I'm talking about when it comes down to this. Might start an early move up next week. Not, 33.30 held. I don't know. It was a bit of a risk, like a harder trade. Wasn't the cleanest trade. Not the funnest trade setup, I'd say. For the morning, it took some time to set up and form the bias. Like the bias was there. I was bullish this morning. I was like, for me, it was like it's dumped all week. It's in profit. 33.40 looks like it's on the way. $33, the whole area held. You know, Friday reversal. This is a Friday reversal. I didn't stream in New York because I was like, we might have been in that buy setup. I wanted to wait to send a signal today. Like I was trying to be as patient. Usually 10:30, 12. End of London, closer to end of London was when it reversed. Obviously, a better zone would have been 33.30, 33.25. I was entering in 33.35, 33.30 area. I gave myself breathing room. Had some entries scattered in there. You can see price holding that now. I'd say full close if you're in it. Like, there were honestly, like, I was looking for signals to send since the first one I sent. The first one I sent this week, because I was really focused on crypto a lot, was I saw this break up here. I like this, like how this broke up here. Or was it? I had this marked earlier. This break. I like this break, how... So I took a buy earlier this week. This is the second. I've only taken 2 trades this week on gold. Just so you know, I sent 2 signals this week. This move up, once I saw that, I was like, okay, the pullbacks should like stick. So I was looking at like this area because it was looked like a break of structure to me. I thought it was a change of character, market structure shift up, like this pushed up. It had a pretty significant move there. Up, made this high, low. So the pullback, I was like, okay, I like this pullback to maybe stick, give us a move up. I was thinking we could maybe get like that type of move up. That's what I was looking at. Like I was looking at this, how this was kind of in a downtrend. If you go on a smaller time frame, you had like a downtrend here and it just shifted up one quick move there. So I was like, maybe this could stick on the pullback, right? Like this is what I saw. Like I trade what I see. I think that was like, I think I said 72, 68 area. And like it consolidated, barely held, went a little bit into profit, not much, like nothing crazy. And that's what I was looking at, like over here. I thought we had a break up in like I was like, this looks like a nice sort of break up. Like how this shifted up, especially when you go to like a 1 hour, when you look at 1 hour, how it shifts up in a 30-minute. So So I saw that shift up, and I was like, this looks like a good buy setup. That was the so for buy. I've been watching gold since then. Since I took that buy, I've been watching it, but that's the only place I saw a buy until like 10:30 this morning. I was like, this looks like a buy's coming, like, or whenever I set the 33.30. Not the cleanest setup, but there's been a lot better ones this year. This one was a little bit of a fighter. Hopefully you guys held through it. I held. I went to the gym for like 90 minutes and just gave the trade some breathing room. I didn't even see the drawdown. So people are, don't worry, I looked at my DMs and I got DMs talking about the drawdown, but I didn't see the drawdown. I got tagged and I didn't even witness the drawdown, to be honest. And that's the thing, like, when you're in a trade and you have a bias and you have a risk set, if you're watching a trade and you're watching that drawdown, your bias still might be correct for the morning, for the day. You might just be emotional when you're watching it. I was kickboxing and training, so I wasn't even on my phone for a bit. I was watching it till like 12 o'clock. And I was like, all right, 12 o'clock. I was watching it until like 12. Yeah, here. So when we started, ended at like 12:30. So I missed all this. And like I said, 33.38 is a good full close. 33.38 is a good full close. If you're watching, like, if you have, like, I've taken 2 buys on gold this week. I sent the 2 signals. The first one didn't do good this week. They both were kind of shit. Like, I feel like they were in the right place to buy. I don't think there was really any other, like, here I was looking for buys, and then now, in the last couple of hours, it obviously could still stick, but it's a good full close, especially if you held through and you had to go through what we just went through. It's a good full close just to fucking go through that. That was a sticky trade. I held. 33.30 held. It went in a bit of a drawdown from 33.30. 33.35 even went in decent drawdown. But like overall, all my positions. So that's why I don't enter a full position at one price. I scale into my trades. If you notice and you go look at my MetaTrader screenshots in the Discord, I have a bunch of entries on a pretty decent sized account. But I have more than one entry. I don't just have 4 lots at one price. Like, imagine if I just put 4 lots right here at the top. This is called twin trading. I like to call it just like scaling into my trades. Imagine if I put 4 lots right here at one price. So at like 33.35. There was another entry here. I closed once this thing broke. There was more. There was like 2 entries above this one too, and I closed that once it went up. But imagine if this was just one trade right here. And yeah, there'd be my profit. I mean, right? Or so I wouldn't be up $3,000. I'd be up like $1,400. 16. If I had just 4 lots at the top here, I would be up like $1,400 probably there, maybe 1,600 ish. But notice, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 2 lots, another 1 lot, 4 lots total here, added up. How do I decide on entry? Practice makes perfect. Repetition. How many times have I done this? Thousands. That's how. I've done this. I do this a lot. I've done this. I've practiced. I've lost. I've built back. I've held the trades. I've held until I lose. I've held until the market shows me I'm wrong. Did say 33.30. notice, again, left 3 entries at the bottom. Now look, those 2 entries, look at the pips they're up. If I just had one position, I'd be like, all right. That's why you like if you're trading something, you have a bias. You could build a position. You don't have to go full on right when you enter something. I've said that for years. Anyone who's followed me, I've said that for years. Doesn't have to be as many entries as me. It could be less. Again, I've been doing this for 11 years, so there's a difference between how I decide to do things naturally and how I feel and how you might feel on the charts. Me and you don't have the same emotions and discipline. You know, there might be different reasons why I want to do something today versus why I want to do something next week. You know, like, but could be different emotions too. Like, but I saw buys this morning. Simple as that. There's some reasons why I broke down why I saw buys. Right? I don't know if you guys are still in the buys. Did anyone take the buy? Did anyone make money? Tag me in Discord if you held. I've only called out 2 trades. I took two trades this week though, guys. So I called out 1 buy here and 1 this morning. This one, as you can see, did well. That's what like a trade is, like holding it too. Like if you enter a trade and it goes, let's say you enter trade. This is what you got to look at too. You got to look at the trades you enter. Because I've been in this situation before where I enter a trade and it goes into drawdown. Well, depending on where you enter, I did say 33.30. Like the moment it hit 33.30, it went 60 pips into profit as well. If you were paying attention to 33.30. So like, if you've ever taken a trade and 33.30, 33.35 area right here. So let's say you take a trade and it quickly goes in drawdown. Does that mean the trade is wrong? Like, or it quickly goes into an it might not mean the bias is wrong. So how I've you know held my trades, because usually I win more than I lose. So how I hold my trades is I've studied myself. I've studied, bro. I've studied the trades that I've held and how I act when they go into drawdown or when I close them. Like, think about any trade you've taken and maybe you take it and it quickly goes into a drawdown and you're watching it, but then it goes back up. So like for me, like I saw a position, I saw 33.35. It's just like any other 4-hour time frame trade I've sent, like a zone 33.30, 33.35 area, hold. I gave it some breathing room. It hit like 33.25. So if you ever take a trade and quickly it goes against you, might not always mean it's wrong. It might maybe mean an early entry or the market's still setting up. This is why I usually trade like this, which might look crazy, but it would be even worse if I had 4 lots right here. It would be even worse if I put 4 right here at 33.35. It would have been worse. That would have been way worse than kind of spreading it out. It hit 33.30. This candle right here hit 33.30 and went bing into profit. It was like if you had 33.30, you would have been in profit before it went into that drawdown. So it had some reactions. Like it was showing signs of like accumulation. That's what I was seeing. Like it was showing signs of even accumulation. I was like, I'm gonna hold this. To me, it was like if it doesn't stick, London session finish. I was like, London session's finishing soon. Going to the gym. So I was like, it should hold for the time of the day and the time of the week that it is. How did I decide on entry? I said a few things already, like some of the things on the small, where it was on the higher time frame, the demand zone, the time of the week, the time of the day, like New York session. London was bearish, was expecting like a New York bullish. But even like the beginning of New York was showing buys. So like the beginning of New York session was showing buys. I kind of ignored that. The real buys came end of London session, as you can see, aka like the end of the week too. So like London, since London session, this thing's been dropping. So it's like London session was bearish. I saw coming into New York was bullish. I didn't take that buy. Didn't send out a buy there. Once, like it went under here, and I was like, okay, this. I was more confident that this thing should be setting up for a buy. I was around like 10:30. Once it went under here, but market kept dragging down a bit. Then it was after London's. This is right here, London session finish. Like I said, I pretty much fully closed. It could go up for the rest of the day, like until the end of the day, with the limited time remaining in the day. Maybe this is a swing building for next week, like early next week. Market could try to have some early momentum up next week. Well, one thing is I give the trade some time. Like I'm not gonna enter a trade and Evan, what's 20 minutes, 30 minutes later? Evan, what's the trade with? I give it some time if I'm, like that's why I don't like when I'm trading. I don't always stream because I got 50 different questions being asked, and I'm like, I'm just trying to see what the trade's doing, what the market's doing. Focus on the trade, focus on the candles, and see if it holds. See if the bias sticks. The bias is either gonna work or the bias is either not for maybe the day. If it went down, it would have just been a flipping L. But I held this for the day. Those of you guys know, Friday reversal. London was bearish too. A lot of you guys know this. London session was bearish. Completely. The only other time to be buying today would have been like 8:30. Maybe a bit after 8:30, like coming into 8:30. That would have been, a better time even to be buying up there. But it would have been quick. Once I saw this sort of like in here, this making these little reactions, I was like, okay. I thought it took, because it looked like a clear buy up here. Then it took all that out. So I was like, okay, it grabbed all that liquidity because it accumulated. If you saw gold this morning in like New York session, it was accumulate. Like there was a nice, this was looking like it was starting to accumulate a bit early in New York. I almost sent a signal there. I almost sent a signal up there. And then I waited. Once I saw it go underneath there, like pretty much sweep underneath there, like this candle just dumped. I was like, okay, this thing should be going for a buy. That was literally like one of the only positions I took on gold this week. Crypto, end of the month, so crypto at, end of the month's happening here. It's like August, new month loading. I'd say, if you had a good month trading, whatever it is, wait for August. August is loading. New month, new trends, new directions, new setups, new opportunities. I'm going to be doing some big training in August. Make sure you guys tune in. This is going to be my schedule for August. I'll show you guys the schedule right now for August. It's not going to be a lot of sessions, but it's going to be valuable sessions. So this is the August schedule. It's just going to be a quiet schedule for the month of August. After August, we'll be going back to streaming more and make a September and October schedule. But this is going to be the August schedule. 5 sessions a week, guys, for August. These are the times. So plug in for the month of August. Going to be doing a lot of training in the month of August. I just had one of my biggest months trading ever. So chilling out this month a bit. Gonna just let the market come to me, see what's good. Take some time. I don't know if any of you guys have ever made 500,000 in a month yet, but when you get there, you'll know how I feel. All right. If you ever made. So this is gonna be the August schedule, guys, for YouTube and Inner Circle. It's gonna be a light, calmer month. Sessions. If you guys have been following me, I've been going live like 2-3 times a day the whole entire year. So you guys already have a lot of material. You guys have a lot of pre-recorded sessions you can catch up on the material that you have missed wherever you are on YouTube. I've streamed on YouTube, Inner Circle, hundreds of times. So lots of material you guys can catch up on. I know you guys want me to stream 2-3 times a day, but I'm not trying to overtrade all the time. I'm still going to be sending signals. We'll go back to that in September, October. I'll still be doing pop-up sessions. But yeah, every month I'm going to be doing just a different schedule for the month. This is going to be the August schedule. I'll be doing pop-up sessions whenever I go live. I'll just be like pop-up sessions if I want to go live at London session, if I'm awake in London, or if it's like if it's New York, whenever it is, I'll be doing pop-up sessions if I see the market setting up, any good updates. So it won't just be these sessions, but these are the scheduled sessions for the month. So this is when I'm going to be live, scheduled. Any other time I'm live is just going to be a pop-up session, whether it's Inner Circle or on YouTube, all right? So I don't know when those times will be. That's just going to be a pop-up session. I'll let you guys usually know an hour or 30 minutes before that session. Pop-up sessions could be New York session. It could be London session, pre-London session. Anytime you guys are used to seeing me really go live, really. Anytime I've gone live in the past, anytime I really go live or pop up, anytime I usually pop up, right? So there'll be pop-up sessions. But again, this is the August trading schedule. It's a light schedule for the month. Make sure you guys tune in because there's going to be a lot of valuable information, all right? It's going to be a valuable session, bunch of valuable sessions, 5 sessions a week. So I'm not going to be live 2-3 times a day for August, every single day. Some days I will, some days I won't. I'll still be sending signals and keeping you guys updated on the charts. You guys can screenshot that. You can take a picture of it. Make sure you guys tune into the sessions. They're scheduled. They're all going to be scheduled. Make sure you guys tune into the sessions. All right? There's only 5 a week. So less is more in this case. August, less is more. Make sure you guys tune into these sessions, all right? Rick Baker, eh? And anyone who's in the GTA, I'm going to be doing like a little meetup event soon this summer for anybody who's local. Anyone who's local, I know we got like 15 people local that are in the Inner Circle. Going to be doing a mastermind meetup where you guys can ask me any questions. We'll go to a restaurant, chill. We're not gonna party. Some of you guys asked me to party, and I'm like, nah. Make 7 to 8 figures, multiple 7 to 8 figures, and then hit me up if you wanna party with me. All right. Until then, stay locked in. People hit me up. People hit me up, bro. I'm like, nah, fam. Like, you gotta level up, fam. Hit 7 figures, multiple 7 figures. Until then, stay locked in. I didn't go out. I wasn't going outside, and I wasn't popping bottles, going out doing any of that, hitting the clubs until I had it in the bank. I didn't do any of that. You guys don't want to party with me. You don't need to do all that. All right. Make sure you guys tune in. Don't miss these sessions. There's only going to be 5 a week. I'm taking a vacation in August. That's why. Like I said, just cleared over 500K this month, guys, trading crypto. So you guys will know how I feel when you get there one day, all right? Booking a vacation, getting a villa, going out in the sun, going on the island, taking a boat, getting lit. I mean, it's summertime, you know. I got to like, come on. No, you don't want to party with me. You don't want to party with me, man. Don't ask me. That's when the demons. Don't talk about party. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, guys. Get to it. Get to it. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. Will be in existence. Nice. Good water. Oh yeah, I'm taking a nice vacation. I've been locked in all year. Crypto pumped, sold some of my crypto bags, took some profits on Solana, dog with hat on the trades. I'm going to be uploading some fire videos to YouTube on those, breaking it down. I already did some inner circle breakdowns, recorded, posted them in school. So yeah, you know, gotta live some life when you know, that's why we do this. Take some profit. Experience. If you're in my inner circle, I'm going to be uploading more videos to the crypto course section, but in trade recaps, I put some videos there on Solana. One of them's live when it hits like 70K. I was recording it live when it hit like $70,000. I wish I recorded it live when it was closed, but the full position was closed already. Yeah, like realized gain. There's realized gain. Two trades. One of them, I don't think you guys want me to upload the next one on YouTube. I got some fire videos ready for YouTube, but damn, you guys, oh, this one got a good amount of comments actually. Look at that. Damn, this one got 22, but I saw like some get like 3, 4, not, you know, what did I post yesterday? I posted this yesterday. Smash the like button, fam. Smash the like button, drop in the comments, drop more comments, engage. If you want, especially if you want me to post more videos, because right now we got a lot of videos loading actually right now, a lot of good ones, but I think we're gonna wait until the end of August to start posting some, because man, you know, I'm a man of energy. So when I see you guys smashing the like button, dropping comments, it fires me up. Makes me want to make more videos and go harder, make more stuff, find more trades. I've already mastered gold, guys. I made money on gold 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 years ago. I've been making money. I've made money on crypto. I'm teaching you guys how to level up, how you guys can get there. So yeah, I posted this yesterday. Damn. Let's see. I mean, 441 likes. Okay, it's better than some that I saw. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest there. I'll be humble there. 11 comments is better than some that I saw yesterday. I got a fire video loading. I was gonna post it yesterday, but I was like, no. It's after I closed one of the Solana trades. It's a fire video. It's called "What I Learned After Making 100K in 90 Days." That was from the first Solana position. That was closed. That was back. This was from the trade in March, April, May, when everything went up. It was a good breakdown video. It's fire. It's 22 minutes. I was gonna post that yesterday. I said I'll wait. I got a few good videos to post right here that are scheduled. Said I was gonna wait. I was gonna post them all this week, but y'all lacking on some videos, man. Go check out the videos if you haven't seen them yet. There's a lot of good videos there and a lot of good videos coming. Gold, 33.40. Pretty much got tapped. Someone asked why it was. Market dropped all week. End of the week reversal. Friday reversal. New York. I was thinking New York was gonna be bullish. If you look at London session finished. That happens a lot. This type of stuff happens a lot with gold. If it doesn't hold early, it'll usually give you the setup closer to the end of London session. I just had a big month, so I'm going to Spain. I'm gonna go to the island. I'm gonna go to an island, get a boat, go chill for a bit. Go get a villa. Bruh, you guys see all the numbers, right? Like, wouldn't you? What would you be doing? Like, still like looking for gold, gold buy. Like, I didn't make $550,000 this month trading gold, guys. I mean, like, well, gold's consistent through the year, through the months. Some months more, some months less. It's my biggest trading month. I just had my biggest trades with Dog with Hat, Solana. These are our biggest trades ever. Like, are you guys not seeing the numbers? Like, 6-figure trades, literally. Some of you guys are like, "Why aren't you trading gold?" And I'm like, "Man, if you know how I felt, stay locked in." Stay locked in, yo. Wait till I'm doing multiple 6-figure trades. Then I'm gonna be teaching some real raw. Then I'm gonna be like rhino. Then I'm gonna be like complete rhino skin by then. Probably have like no emotion. And I won't care. No. No matter what type, you always have like the emotions, especially when you scale up, because you deal with bigger numbers. So it takes a bit more energy when you're dealing with bigger numbers. When you have $150,000 and $450,000 positions on crypto, that is the energy part right there. That is the energy part. Because you're let's say on Solana with a $450,000 position on Solana, every couple dollars it moves is like $10,000, right? 20, or like H bar, Jupiter, Dog with Hat, every 4 cents, every 4 or 5 cents, is a lot of money moving. So when you're dealing with like big positions like that, so obviously the more you look at it, the more stress that's there, the more energy it kind of takes from you. So that's why I'm always not trying to look at it too. That's why you haven't seen me stream or as active as much, because I'm just been more busy doing other things, not trying to always be looking at my positions, letting them run, letting the market. And that's how I was able to get up, to the peak there, just by not being as emotionally attached. Trying not to be as emotionally attached. That's the harder part. But, I mean, why do you think I'm disciplined? Why do you think I train every day? Almost not every day, but I train weekly. I'm big on personal development. I don't take things lightly. We outside. It's August. I'm in Canada. And I'm like, man, it's August. I gotta get out of here for a bit till winter's gonna come around. Or I just chill and dip here in the winter. Yo, yeah, like I got like 2 more months left here. I got big month, yo. These are some big trades, yo. These are some of my biggest trades yet. The Solana one, I'm not logged in right now, and I really don't want to log in and turn the VPN on. Like these positions, these are 2 different trades, by the way. These are 2 different trades that I'm gonna have 2 separate videos on. That one was taken March, profit was closed in May. One was taken recently. I literally live streamed and said I'm in this position. 2,800 Solana. There was a live stream about this. This was an $80,000 profit trade. This one was 80. They're both $80,000. 181. You can see the numbers. Those are trades. These are some of the biggest trades yet. These are the types of things I try to do. Now, after 11 years, I'm not always trying to trade because I'm moving big positions. It's like I'm waiting for an opportunity that can make up a lot of time. It's like $160,000 on 2 trades. That right there makes up a lot of time, you know. So I'm at a level where it's like I like to trade, yeah, risky and do big things, but it doesn't always take being involved for me to do that. But when that time comes, when that season comes, when that phase comes, it makes up a bunch of time. It makes up years of time. Years of time. Like literally years of time. Like that's why opportunities, like cycles like this don't come always in crypto, like every so often, but when you can capitalize on it, like you might not be trading every day, every week, every month, always as active sometimes, but when it hits, you can make up years of time. Literally years of time. Some of you guys have been following me since 2019, 2020, 2021 when I was doing $1,200, $1,000, $500 weeks, $1,200 weeks. Or in 2019, I was doing $1,200 USD weeks, making $1,500 in a week, and I'd be like, all right, that's good, $2,000 a week, and then it went to like $10,000 in a day, $10,000 in a week, $20,000 days, $20,000 weeks, to having a $48,000 trade on gold, to taking $18,000 to $185,000 in 2 months, and then withdrawing that and putting it in crypto, and now you know where crypto is. Some of you guys have followed me through those periods of time, which I have a lot of stories to tell. Crazy. What can I expect in the next 12 months? Well, if you join my inner circle, you get lifetime access. So that's the thing, you get lifetime access. So you're here for life. One, I would go hard every month. If you go hard, like, bro, there's people that join my inner circle. Like, I don't have as many new people in my inner circle as, like, most of the people in my inner circle are like, maybe have a little bit of knowledge. Like, they have the basics down of trading. They have the basics. They're the basics. Most people, so they have some general knowledge. So some people kind of excel quicker than others because some people have general knowledge. Some of these people have been doing this for 2-3 years. Some of these people 2-3 months. So I haven't been looking at what any of you guys have been posting. I don't know if you guys have been posting or have any, but like, for instance, this person's been trading for 2 years. This person right here has been trading for 2 years. If you go all in a year with what's already there and what will be here in a year, because there's what's already here in the inner circle and what's gonna be here in a year, it'll help you level up with what's already here. With what's already here alone, it'll help you level up. With the videos, the pre-recorded sessions, the live sessions, August is gonna be a fire month. Like, this person has learned a lot about mindset. Like, this person's been trading for 2 years, learning how to trade, making money, giving it all back to the market for not using stop losses. Focused on their discipline. So they're just kind of seeing things different with their discipline. Their mindset has shifted. They've having different types of breakthroughs because of the mindset, kind of the psychology type of stuff. This person 5x their account this week. They've been selling gold. They've been on themselves, it looks like. There's been hundreds of results in the inner circle. And a lot of these people have been just they've been just consistent. Like, all in, they've just been consistent. They've been watching the videos. They've been on the sessions consistently through the weeks. They've been watching the recorded videos. Anything they missed, they've just been consistent on their self. Like, now, like, there's some people that have had some pretty crazy testimonials. This person, first trade live account after 2 months of studying. It was all 2 months full intermission through various sources. First trade live. That was their first trade live. Wow. 74% gain. That's how you take your $100 to $1,000, or your, what was that, the $1,000 to $100K. That's like, there's been some people who have had some amazing results. I don't even, like, these aren't even like half of like the best testimonials we have. But most of these people are leveling up because of their mindset. Like this person, they don't usually upload the trades, but just because I'm happy the inner circle can learn from the go. This is my first year of trading, and I've blown 3 accounts because of my over trading and gambling. When I start the inner circle a few months, I see a big difference. This is just the beginning. This person's just been trading on their own. Damn. Oh, snap. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn, bro. $100. $800 profit, $400. Oh, shit. So this was the process. Oh, I get it. It's a carousel. It's like a whole carousel of the. Okay, I get it. It's like his journey. Okay, I get it. Oh, damn. It's all the. Okay, damn. This person took $100. Like, this person's been in the inner circle. Started a few months ago. They've already been trading. They blew 3 accounts because of their own over trading and gambling. But like, there's a lot of, if you go through here, there's a lot of results that people have had on their own. Like, impressively enough, like like a lot of these are not even like this person. Like, I got a crazy testimonial this week that I was like, this is funny, and I wanted him to post in the group because it's just to kind of put things into perspective. Like read this, for instance. There's been a lot of people have just had breakthroughs. Like, if you're on the calls with me, I'm gonna, like, the calls in the inner circle I'm more comfortable in the inner circle to tell people stuff like they don't want to hear. It's more locker room talk in the inner circle. So I'm just more comfortable at kind of telling people stuff they might not want to hear, but that they need to hear. That's kind of like what you need at times. I might say stuff that you don't want to hear, but there's no time to waste, really, when it comes down to like coaching someone and mentorship. Like, I've had a few coaches in my life, and they were really strict. One guy was just a fucking dick. One of my coaches and mentors in my life, he was just a dick. So it was like that was like he would say stuff that you just don't want to hear, that you need to hear sometimes. So you might hear me say stuff that I just don't sugarcoat stuff because there's just no time to waste. Bro, like this, Sebastian flipped 2,000 to 7,000 in 2 weeks. But like, most of these people are just getting. It's not even about the money. It's my mind. It's shifted. This is the funniest testimonial. Yeah, I'm not a crackhead anymore. When looking for trades, calm, patient. It's like a game now. This is probably the funniest one yet because he literally said, "I'm not a crackhead anymore." Inner Circle is lifetime access. So the price you see it at today is the price you pay for lifetime access. Remember that. In August, I'll be doing like a special promotion for anybody that wants to join, but you won't get full access to everything. It'll come out. You'll get access to the videos like for August. I'm doing like a special promotion for August. You can upgrade later, but drop the flyers soon. Dropping a lot of stuff for August. Elite membership is what it is. There's no discount. No. People ask me for discounts on Elite. There's no. People have been paying Elite. Like 30 people have paid the Elite price, so it's staying at what it is. It's fair. Maybe Christmas time, something like that. But I'll be doing a cheaper package because a lot of people are messaging me and saying Elite's it's lifetime access. The price is what it is for lifetime access. And remember, there's going to be more stuff added in the future. So it'll be worth the price. It's worth the price now. It'll be worth the price in the future as well. I'll be doing a basic package that'll be $450, like $500. That'll be just these videos, not all these videos. Anybody who just wants access to the videos and the sessions in August. There's a lot of videos in the inner circle. There's a lot of pre-recorded sessions you guys can watch. Like, if you're in there, that's why I'm not going to do a lot of sessions in August. because there's a lot of pre-recorded sessions. So we have a good amount of people in the inner circle right now. And once it gets to like 400 people, I'm just gonna chill and just go back to doing as many sessions as I was before. But what I would do if I was in the inner circle, I was you guys, I would try to catch up on some of the previous. That's why August, I'm not gonna do as many. You guys have literally on these sessions, there's so much valuable information showing you how I do things, just real-time markets scenarios that we had then that we can't have now. There's 113 pre-recorded sessions in the inner circle, trainings, analysis, live trading, signals, information, crypto. That's going to be 200 hours of content there. So it's a lot of content. I would recommend, if you're in the inner circle, to watch 2 a week, 2 old ones a week. Try to watch 1 or 2 a week. Treat it like Netflix. Try to watch 1 to 2 a week if you can. Try to catch up on some old ones. Try to scroll through and see what it's about. Some old ones. There's a lot there. Because some of you guys have been on all those sessions. Some of you guys joined in May. Some of you guys joined in June. There's a lot of valuable info from February to like April as well. Like February to May, I would say, yeah, February to May, those like sessions, there's a lot of valuable info there. There's a lot of valuable info in those sessions. February to May. A lot of you guys joined after May or around May. I don't know what gold did, but I pretty much full closed. It's still going up. I knew it. I was watching it this morning. I was like, bruh, like, this thing has to go up today. Anyway, you're buying low. It was like buying an end of the week dip, pretty much. Like buying it low, end of the week. Realistically, like, stop loss should have been down here, which would have been way farther. I was like, that would have been kind of like too far. It held literally 33.30. That's gold. I did say she was gonna go up to maybe 33.38. Now it's at like 33.40. If you held on, I know it was kind of a nail biter. Like, it was a tough trade. I should have been more prepared for 33.25. Just being transparent. Yeah, like that's what goes through my head. That's my head talking to me. Should have been like more on that. I was thinking 33.30 would have held more. We went underneath that. There's people that have learned more. There's people that have messaged me that have learned more in a few months, and they learned a lot about themselves too, crypto. But we're gonna ramp it up. I needed to take an energy break. Like, I went hard this beginning of the year. August. I'm preparing lessons for August. First lesson's gonna be fire for August. First lesson will probably be on YouTube. So I'm gonna be on YouTube, and this is gonna be my August schedule. August is my birthday month as well, so that's my birthday's August 8th. So August is gonna be a good month. August. Make sure you guys plug in August. I know it's summertime and everybody's with their families, kids, their spouses, their girlfriend, their boyfriend. It's that time of the year, really. So that's why I made fewer sessions. I know a lot of people. I know everyone's a lot busy this summer. We still locked in trader life. So these will be the scheduled times. Take a screenshot, take a picture of that. I'll drop the flyer in Discord this weekend, tomorrow or tonight or something. Make sure you guys like pass it around, share it, let everyone know. If people ask, because I'll put it in announcements, like I'll pin it. I'll drop it everywhere. Telegram, Discord, school, Instagram. I'll post it up, but this is going to be the August schedule. So it's July 25th. I'm going to pre-schedule every session, have a link for every session. Those of you guys in school, Those of you guys in school, every link will be here. All right. So it's gonna be a light month. Not every month's gonna be like that, you know. Like we've done months where it's like literally like 2-3 times a day we've been live. When the kids go back to school, right? I know a lot of you guys got the kids go back to school. a lot like some people in my inner circle got families, full families, kids. Like I'm driving my kid to school. I'm like, oh shit. I asked one person if I gotta interview a few of you guys. So a few of you guys that are in my inner circle. So this Saturday, next Saturday, I'm gonna be interviewing 2 of my top inner circle students that have the best. That I've seen the best results. Like everyone has great results, but they've been here since like day 1. So I'm gonna be interviewing some of you guys soon. You'll know who you are. Well, you already know who you are. But yeah, you'll be getting some. Well, maybe you don't if you're not on the stream. Probably not on the stream, maybe. Or if you didn't see my message, I messaged one of you. I'm gonna reach out to some of you guys that are in my inner circle to get interviewed. Giorgio's been killing it. This guy's been killing it in the inner circle. He's learned how to literally flip accounts. I'm going to be interviewing some students that are in the inner circle on upcoming sessions. Not this Saturday, but in August. On some sessions in August that we do. So some sessions in August that we do. I'm just going to be asking them questions that they might not expect. Questions that will help you guys. Questions that will help where you guys are in life too, because they're getting good results. So it's going to be questions fit around their life. Like I'm going to be asking questions like what is your everyday life, outside of trading? What did you do before trading? Little things to kind of help shape perspective for you guys too, asking them questions. It's going to be dope. That'll be August. We're going to be doing those like interview style sessions in August. We're going to be doing that while I'm in vacation too. All right. Wherever I am. All right. So it'll be dope. I go here actually. I get something like this. This is looking nice. Something like this. For a couple weeks, maybe a week here, and then pops Euro step. That looks fire. This is what I was looking at. Level up, fam. Level up. 11 years, yo. All right. It didn't happen overnight. I've been doing this. I owe myself this trip, man. Could have been taking trips. It was a good month. Good month trading. Like, bruh. Dog with hat. Fucking dog with hat. Yeah, that was some good trades on that. I'll be teaching a lot of stuff in August, though, guys. Gold, I said full close. Maybe you can leave some entries. It looks like the stock markets just keeps going up. Like the S&P 500 is ripping. Nas is ripping. Is US 30. Trump said there might be a stimulus for lower. What did I hear this? What did I see this morning? Trump says, what was it? Stimulus checks, maybe. Trump considering stimulus checks for low-income Americans. You know what I'm thinking? Anyone thinking what I'm thinking with that? Stimulus checks for low-income Americans. Oh, that sounds good. Run it up. Yo. SPX is moving. Wealth is being created there. Wealth is being created there. Wealth is being created. That's bullish. That's bullish. Stimulus checks, though, for low-income Americans. Trump's pitching that idea. So that's Trump's new thing, the stimulus checks. I think it's $3,600 stimulus checks for low-income Americans. I don't know if you guys know what I'm thinking. It's just like, if that happens, that's just like one more step closer to retail coming into the market. More for crypto. Stimulus checks. Trump's, look into that. Look it up. Came out this morning. Stimulus checks. I think they're like $3,600 stimulus checks. Imagine that, eh? Yeah, like 22 exactly. ETH Bitcoin. Remember this. Don't forget about ETH Bitcoin. I bet. And I always make bets. I always put my money in my mouth and my conviction and my opinion where my mouth is. And how many times am I wrong? Like, honestly. Like, yeah, I can lose. I lose trades. I'll lose signals. I'll be wrong times. But, like, if you have been here, come on. I bet that chart I just showed, all right, that chart, this chart right here, pay attention to it. Because my knee, you guys know my knee, the knee I told you about, the one that shakes sometimes. My feeling tells me in a few months, it's kind of happening right now, Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin, all right? In a few months, I got a feeling, all right? So don't forget about that chart this year, all right? Don't forget about that chart. I gotta get a haircut. I gotta go get a haircut tomorrow. Tune in to IG tomorrow. IG Live. Buying something tomorrow. Going shopping tomorrow. Buying something nice tomorrow. Trusting they, yeah. My knee's shaking, yo. Yeah, so pay attention to that chart. Ethereum, Bitcoin this year. Smash the like button before we get off, fam. 15 likes. I know you guys hate me. I know you guys all hate me. But, I know some people took an L on gold today, too. Fuck, man. Like, it was a tricky one today. I held through the fucking pain. I was probably in a bigger drawdown than all of you combined, too. Like, come on, like, probably, too. I was probably in a bigger drawdown than all of you guys combined. Maybe not all combined, but maybe most. I was probably in a bigger drawdown than every single one of you. Probably in a bigger drawdown than most of you guys combined on that trade. Like, you don't think I was sweating too? Like, if you were like, we go through the same emotions. We all go through the same emotions too. You don't think I was in a fat? Go look at the screenshot I sent, bro. So think about the profit. They got up to 3,000. So like this thing was at 25-ish. Like, I know how I felt. Trust me. Like, I know how you felt. Like, if you don't think I fucking was sitting there like, fuck, man. I was literally looking at my trainer, like, gold needs to go up so we can all make money today. And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, never mind, man. He was like, I got people. I was telling him, I'm looking at him like, I got people in this trade right now, bro. Like, I'm in this trade right now. And he's like, I keep looking at my gold. And he's like, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. He did. I was like, yeah, my trainer. And I'm like, I literally would, trust me, I know how it feels to hold, like, to go in a draw when it's not comfortable being in a drawdown, or you know, even like a whether it's a $50, $100, $1,000, or $4,000. $10,000 is rough. Try 20, 30, try 80. Try portfolio being down 2.5 million on the month. Oh my goodness. Tariffs here. That could be bullish. We hit the 115, so let's do a Bitcoin update. That could be bullish. Over here, that wasn't fun times, but I was still making moves. Bitcoin hit the 115. We talked about that at the beginning of the week. The 115. It's still holding that. Yeah, like 115. That was a good buy. Like I did say, go to the first session of the week. I did this week. Go to the first and second session of the week. I said 115. Watch that area. It literally held 115. Could hold. Looks like 115's holding. That might make support there and try to push us back above to like 118, maybe 120. Stock market's increasing. That is bullish. Seeing stock market keep going up. Like more wealth is being created. And then Trump, go look it up. Like you can watch some videos on it. He pitched the idea of a stimulus check. If low-income Americans receive a stimulus, that's just like way more money, way more capital, and then a lot of that capital would probably flow into the markets, meme coins, Ethereum, Solana, maybe some Bitcoin, probably crypto. It'd probably be like crypto. That would be like an altcoin trigger right there. That's an altcoin indicator, alt season indicator for me. Is like if it's like low-income Americans, that's basically like retail, right? So stimulus, that would inject more money into crypto. If that's a real thing, he pitched that this morning. If that's a real thing, considerable for like maybe an indicator for us. It leads us closer to an alt season. That alt season we're all waiting for. That big one big pump where everything just starts ripping like we just saw one more time for a couple months. And then just get the fuck out. We'll talk about it. August. Tune into August. August is going to be an interesting month. That leads us into September, where we can see where September is. And I'm going to show you guys some stuff in August leading into September. All right? So make sure you guys tune in. It could be a 2021 repeat. Remember the stimulus? Everyone got a stimulus back in COVID, remember? If you put that stimulus into Bitcoin, it would have been better than putting it into groceries at the time. If you put that stimulus back in whatever, the Bitcoin back in, or whatever, maybe something else, it would have been better than, heck, it would have been better to put it in gold. But yo, we out. Peace out. So I'll be on Inner Circle tomorrow. So those of you guys in my Inner Circle, I'll be on tomorrow and Sunday. All right, 12:30 Inner Circle session tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. And then I'm gonna be doing some more pop-up sessions next week, but I'm getting August schedule. This is gonna be the August schedule. Just plug in for August. It's gonna be a valuable month. Remember this, do not forget. Take the picture before you forget. I'm going to post it anywhere regardless. All right, I'm out. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend.